What's Up Yuma is next. It's 10 o'clock.
If you are in the process of planning for your estate, please consider including KAWC, KOFA, and other charitable organizations in your will or trust. Gifts to nonprofit organizations in your estate planning can help continue your connection to the causes that are important to you. For information, call us at 877-838-5292.
What's up, Yuma? I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ronnie.
And on today's program, we are going to be joined first by Tyler Woodman from the Lemon Grove. They got some stuff going on over there.
Second location.
Yeah, so we'll talk to them about that, as well as Heather Acosta from Positive Expressionz Microschool.
Oh, cool.
I know they got flooded the same day I did. So,
Wow.
and I think they got a new building to talk about.
Wow.
Might still have a GoFundMe, so we'll find out. So stay with us for What's Up Yuma Radio, beginning right now on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
And streaming online at borderradioaz.org and on the KOFA app. You can stream right now on the Border Radio Facebook page and KAWC YouTube page, and email us at whatsupyumaradio@gmail.com.
What's Up Yuma with Johnny Porter is sponsored by Yuma and Imperial Valley Wealth Management, offering solutions for those who value financial planning. YIVWM.com.
Chili from Philly. Nick Papa Giorgio from Yuma.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome to another episode of What's Up Yuma Radio. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ronnie.
And on today's program, our first guest, well, we have two of them, but one I heard is mute.
Yeah, I don't
doesn't
know what's
talk or
going on.
like yeah. But he has a microphone in front of him anyway, so yeah,
We
it's
might
gonna
break
be
the
cool.
silence today.
Yeah,
We're gonna try.
we'll see what happens. We're talking about Tyler and Silent Mike, right? Is that what it is? Silent Mike.
He nodded,
Yeah,
everybody.
he nodded. Yeah. So anybody, but that's what we're going to do. You're going to do the play-by-play.
I'm going to
Ronnie.
be the captions.
Yeah,
all right?
you're gonna, for everybody that
He's laughing.
can't watch it. So Lemon Grove, Tyler, you're the founder, correct, of the Lemon Grove?
Yes, sir.
And I know we have had you on, but before we go to your new venture, the people that didn't listen to that first episode, how dare they not? But say they didn't, they got busy, they got kids, they had work, and they're like, you know what, I missed the episode.
Life.
They have a life. Let everybody know a little bit about the Lemon Grove and how and why you started it.
So the Lemon Grove is a project that I've been working on for 5 years straight. It started with picking the fruit that was around our farm and putting it out on a table out in front of my yard. And, it just grew from there. And now we're in our 5th year. We have some massive expansions that we're going to open up pretty quick. And it's just really became, I call it more of a social experiment than anything, because, what I'm trying to do is not just sell you fruit. I'm trying to it's a community center, and it's, we're raising money for community. We're doing all the things that, that I think that a local business should be doing. We're looking out for our own people, for our own charities. I'm trying to give a good experience and good products, the best to my ability, to the people of Yuma. We live in an agricultural wonderland, and there should be no reason that everybody here can't get affordable, top grade fruits and vegetables.
And so, and you mentioned two things. So the ag, you come from an ag family. We discussed that. It goes back a few generations. Is that correct?
I'm a 3rd generation citrus grower on my dad's side, and then my mom's side, I'm 6th or 7th generation. My great grandparents were homesteaders down in the Yuma Valley back in the Gadsden days, way back then. So a lot of these ag families that are around today, a lot of us have roots down in Gadsden.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So that, and then you said the way it started was, and I want to rehash that story because it was a cool story. You said you would leave some fruit, like, like somebody would leave cookies for Santa or something, right? You'd leave it outside, and what happened?
I just couldn't, I couldn't pick and bag and, keep, I couldn't keep it in inventory. Like I would sell it faster than I could pick it. So just,
You had like an honor box.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was the first 2 or 3 years, like we were completely on the honor system. So that's what I mean. Like it's a community experiment. Like, we haven't been stolen from once.
Wow.
That I know of. But
That you
you know, I mean, like I had a box that sometimes I wouldn't be around for a while to empty it. So I mean, it would open up like an accordion. It would just fly out, you know, like the money, and people would be all concerned and say like, "Hey, you need to empty your box," and like knock on my door, and I'm like, "It's all right.
all good.
Like I'm trusting, you know,
trust the process.
yeah, like I'm gonna trust everybody until I don't."
Yeah,
You know,
I remember
and
when
one
you.
ever stole.
I remember when you started selling the oranges, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, Bo was like, "Hey, Tyler's selling oranges on the side of the road." Like, I was like, "Man, hard times,"
Yeah.
you know. But like, it's not like it. Look at what it turned into.
Well, it's so it was also the story I told you last time was when I was first starting it. I needed it was the summer, so it's the off season for us, and I was like, I needed oranges for a recipe, so I went to the store, got them. My wife is from Wyoming, and the oranges weren't sweet. They were pretty, but they were terrible oranges. And she's like, "What are you, new to this?" And
This is what it's like.
Yeah. And so, you know, from my point of view, I'm a Sunkist grower, and, you know, Sunkist tells me to pick my fruit earlier and earlier because we need to hit markets, because there's a very real thing. Like, we need to make money to keep alive. But, you know, there comes a point where, you know, if I'm changing the color of the skin on my fruit because, you know, to make it look better and it doesn't taste better, to me, it's just bad marketing. Like, you're not going to go out and buy that again.
No.
And you're certainly not going to pay more. So, to me, a lot of this stuff is a no-brainer. Just like, you know, let nature do these things, like a strawberry. Strawberries aren't meant to be white inside, you know, they're meant to be red and pink all the way throughout. So, but there is a very real thing of like, if I grow strawberries here and I need to sell them in New York, I can't pick them. Peak ripe.
There's actual logistics that have to go into everything, and timing, and you can't get it. But that's part of your passion. You want to serve something that's fresh and good. And you said we live in an agricultural wonderland, so you could definitely offer that. So are you partnering with other ag companies or like that have been around? I know you've done stuff with watermelons and stuff in the past. So who's some of the people that you partner with?
I mean, most of the people that I do carry their stuff. Like watermelons, that do the Otts, do the Pasquinellis. These are all people that you've known and that sponsor our schools and just pillars of our community. And now you're getting their best stuff, you know, directly to you, and it's not sitting in a distribution center somewhere for a week and getting bounced around. Everybody's got to make their money on it, so you know they're pricey. So yeah, it's just all these local guys, and it's kind of, you know, people are coming around too. Like now some of these bigger guys are seeing that I'm serious, you know.
Is that what it is? Like,
So
it took some proving. You got to prove yourself a little bit. And so because you have an idea, right? And you have this idea, like you said, you kind of mentioned, like it's a community place. It's like, we're going to go out and you're going to have an honor box. And people are like, what are you talking about? I'm here to make money. Like, I don't want an honor box. I want to be able to, you know, because it's an experiment and those need to be proven. So you proved yourself. And so now people are more willing to partner with you.
Yeah. And it's like, so the big thing with produce in general is contracts. So a lot of growers, you know, people that you know, like let's say my friend Eric Smith down there in the valley right here, you know, he grows for Foxy. Foxy owns the crop. So Eric can't go out there and pick me a bunch of boxes of lettuce and sell it to me. He's the grower. So so these big companies don't necessarily want to mess around with that.
So even though you know Eric, you don't particularly know the people at Foxy to be able to like, hey, I got this cool community thing that we're doing over here. And Foxy's like, what? I don't know. Okay.
So a couple of the big boys, you know, I'm trying to schmooze them.
Oh, okay. So you're getting some inroads in with them. Okay.
People are seeing that I'm serious and that, you know, what I'm trying to do. Like last summer, shout out to Larry Ott and Gila Valley Farms family. Tragically, one of our friends went to high school with the sisters and stuff. Known him for 30 years. Their daughter drowned tragically, and so we needed to do something just to help him out. You know, there's I can't imagine the bills they got. So just to leave, you know, it's like, you have a fatality, and it's like you don't want to just be like, here's money, but money if they don't have to worry about money, that's one thing I can do to help, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, all of our Dole Whip sales, all the profits go to them. And then also we're selling watermelons, and Larry Ott, got wind of it. And he said, hey, Tyler, I got a full semi truck, like, come get it. It's all for their family. Wow. And, he's like, I love what you're doing. This is community. This is what we're here for. So just trying to really, be the bridge, be the liaison between the big ag community and the public. Because there is there is some stuff I see online that, there's factory farming and these big farms, but they are, with a couple exceptions, but they're very much still family owned. And a lot of the growers here, are based here. Have roots here. They've been here. It's just that the produce industry has changed. The lettuce industry is not like it was back in the 70s. It's a much, much bigger deal now. And you throw in our drought situation, our and just like how special Yuma is. People we're dealing with the drought, and in some of these meetings they say, well, why do we grow all the produce in the winter in Yuma? Like, why don't we spread it out and do this? And this is a Department of Interior person. And it's like, well, there's this thing called snow that covers basically most of the country. Yeah. And there's this other thing called soil. You need good soil. Like the Yuma Valley was a floodplain for the Colorado River for all of history until we built the Hoover Dam. So all of that plant life and fish and all this stuff over the years that, settled into that ground down there in those valleys, it's extremely fertile. There's only 3 places in the world that have the perfect climate, soil, and high quality water availability. That is the Central Valley, California, our breadbasket, the Yuma Valley, and the Ganges Valley in India.
Oh, wow.
The Ganges is so polluted, they can't do much. And big companies over the years like Dole have gone over there and tried to clean it up because they have good soil and good water and everything, but just the pollution, something they can't deal with. So
wow, I am in an ag class. I love this. I don't know any of this stuff. Do you have anything to say, Silent Mike?
Well, he gave up talking for Lent, and he just never really started talking
He's
again.
like, this is much better.
Yeah, it's
just
been
not speaking.
It's been a long time, but
he's in all your Instagram videos and he doesn't speak.
Yeah, that's Silent
sells
Mike,
the product, though.
You gotta have a mascot. Why not have
He's
a quiet
laughing.
one?
He's laughing. He's having a good time.
Yeah, he's here.
So you said you're going after some of the big dogs or some of the bigger. So what's that been like so far? Are they responding to you, or is it like, people make the introduction for you? Like, hey, you check this out. Got something going over here.
Well, honestly, it's kind of like I've always been like, I'm my dad's son. And, I know these guys because of my dad and stuff like that. And my dad told me the other day, he's like, it's kind of funny. Like there was this big water meeting and people are saying what they do. And my dad's like, well, I'm getting ready to retire and work for my son because, so it's been great. Just I went to a birthday party for a friend of mine in the industry the other day. And people just had really nice things to say to me. And it just means a lot, because all I want to do is just do something cool. And, we hired a bunch of new employees, and
I saw that. All the shirts and all the training.
I mean, I get to create jobs here. I get to make Yuma a better place. And I'm telling these people when we're hiring, when I'm training them, like, this is like when you go on vacation to Hawaii, right? And the guy renting you the surfboard, it's like, I want that guy's job. This guy gets to live at the beach and rent surfboards all day and hang out. Like, these guys got it figured out. So I'm telling my employees, like, you guys get to work at the fun place. This place is about fun. Yeah,
exactly.
The fun, like, we are here to produce fun and a good experience. Whether you're a family with young kids or whether you're snowbirds or, everywhere in between. Just like I said, again, it's a community center. There's a concept, I think they call it third place, where you always have somewhere to go. If you need to do your homework, if you want to be alone, if you want to take a business client, just a myriad of things. It's there for you. Every night we're going to have to try to do something. We're going to do like painting classes.
Nice.
In the mornings, we'll do yoga. We have a lot of recovery around. So I'm talking about a recovery meeting. Movie nights that are free of charge, just come in, bring your blanket. We got a big lawn.
And now you're talking about the new place?
Both of them.
Both places. You're going to be doing this on both
it.
locations.
Yeah. So Grove 95, we opened up on Monday. And
let's take a break real quick, and then we'll dive into Grove 95. All right? We'll do that? All right. And with that, he was going to say something, but too bad. Time for a break. And with that, we'll be back. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
What's Up Yuma is sponsored by Sunrise Cleaning, serving the Yuma area's residential and commercial cleaning needs. Sunrise exclusively uses eco-friendly cleaning products and provides specialty services such as solar panel cleaning and pressure washing. More information and appointment booking at sunrisecleaningaz.com.
We expect another sunny day in Yuma with an afternoon high of 97 degrees. Winds becoming south at 5 miles per hour by afternoon. Tonight, increasingly cloudy with a low of 78 degrees. A vice mayor in South Yuma County is in custody at the Yuma County Detention Center. You can go to kawc.org for details about Tadeo de la Hoya. He is the vice mayor in San Luis, Arizona. This is Cecilia Hollins-Braithwaite from the KAWC Newsroom.
Improve Improv, a nonprofit focused on boosting brain health, is now open in Yuma. The organization provides classes consisting of exercises and games which require no previous experience and promote the yes and mindset. More information, including sessions specifically for seniors, is at Just for Fun Improv ME.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up Yuma Radio. We are here talking to Tyler Woodman from the Lemon Grove. And yes, he's doing most of the talking. Silent Mike is over there doing what he does best.
Yeah, we're hanging.
Shutting up. No, I don't know.
He's not talking.
he's hanging out. No, he's great. So when we left, new location, because you were talking about what you want to do. And you're going to be doing a lot at both locations. But tell us about Grove 95 and what you got going out over there, because I heard that you might even have some good food over there. So go ahead and dive into some of that.
Yeah. So when I was doing the Lemon Grove, she's a neighbor of mine. I graduated with her son. Her son's a grower here in Yuma. And she is Miss Sally Nakasawa. She is a flower grower. Some of you that have been here for a while, you might have remembered driving out on 95 and it would look like Holland out there, just all the beautiful rows of flowers. And Sally used to kind of do, she had a farm store and she, did the little tourist thing. And she ended up just, kind of getting burned out and hung up her, her spurs in 2019 or 2020. And they had another tenant in there that she needed to get out. So she's already making all my lemonade and all my stuff. So she had to get rid of that person. And she's like, hey, I don't, want this to sit empty. So let's do this. So I was like, all right, let's do it. So, all summer we've have massive projects on both things. I cannot believe how much we got done in 90 days. It blows my mind.
Yeah.
So we've opened that one up. We're having a soft opening this week. Today we are opening up our taco stand.
Okay. So that was a soft opening, what you did already?
Well, it's just we're easing into it.
Yeah, for sure.
Instead of having 10,000 things, and it's a Monday, everybody's got work and stuff. So, and people are still finding out that we have a second location or that we're not moving locations. So, because, we do deal with a lot of perishable stuff. So
are people getting lost? I saw you had posted some map.
Yeah.
Like, go here.
We're having a problem with if you're on an Android phone.
Oh.
Well, because that Android,
Yeah, the map.
He's a hater.
The map thing is sending, like, if you're on Apple, it sends you to the correct address.
Okay.
If there's another exact address that sends you somewhere else, and we're trying to figure that out with Google and get all
so
that.
use Apple.
Yeah.
Everybody should have iPhones.
So I've been sending people, when they ask the address, I send them like the map with the pin. So it's like you are north of the foothills.
Got it.
If you're out there,
Got it.
You know, it's the only place on 95 in between YPG and basically the foothills. So
I want to hear like the good, the bad, and the ugly about opening up this second place. Like, what was it like for you personally to handle all of this?
The crushing weight of uncertainty. You know, just having faith in myself and the people around me, and you know, I'm shooting my shot, and I don't know, just
going with it.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna go until I can't.
Yeah,
you know, and I just figure, you know, the more things there are that are cool for people to do, to just, I mean, even if it's not, you know, a huge powerhouse that's, you know, blowing and going, you know, if it's something that people are like, I love to go out there and have a coffee. Yeah. It's a little, you know, it's just my little piece. So,
so you had 90 days to put all this together. You did it in 90 days. You had you're doing a rollout opening. Now, did you get it to like on Monday? You're like, okay, we're good enough to open. Like I got it to a good place. You felt comfortable with it?
Yeah. We had probably between 500 and 600 applicants for jobs. We kept 30.
How many?
Between 500 and 600.
That was more than the fire department got.
Wow.
That is so crazy.
And probably in the last week, we've got another, you know, 80.
Wow.
So you went from selling oranges to how many employees now?
We have 37 employees.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
It feels great, you know? So we did that. So, and having a pool that big, you know, we really got to meet some really great people. And, you know, like we're starting to get into coffee and espresso and stuff like that. I don't even drink caffeine. So I'm not, you know, a good person to do that. And I'm completely out of my element. So we hired a girl, Elle. She was a manager at Starbucks for a decade, and she is ambitious, and she would like to eventually have her own cafe someday. Nice. So, you know, I'm the kind of guy where it's like, if you take me to the mountain, I'll take you there with me, you know, and I'll do everything
Let's do this
I can
together.
to pay it back to you later, you know?
So you're giving her opportunity to shoot her shot.
Yeah. And I tell everybody that works here, you know, like you all have, if you're serious about something and you put some effort into it, I will have your back. Like Mike, I'm telling him, like, make beard oil, make a beard, you know, like this stuff is awesome to make. We have our own bees. So we have our own beeswax. So like I make my own beeswax lip balms.
Beard oil?
Balms.
Is that what you said?
So,
he has a very long beard.
So I was like, Silent Mike's, you know, beard products need to be a thing.
That should be a thing.
And he just won't advertise.
Yeah.
Like,
he just
lets his product do the talking.
Just show up in the commercial and
the video is just him like
stroking his beard. That's all he needs to do. Just
stroke at it. Yeah. That's all I need. So,
that's amazing. That's a good idea. You should do it.
So yeah, it's just, you know, I'm trying to make this as great of an experience for everybody. When I'm talking to everybody, I'm telling them, you know, I hope to see most of you in a decade.
Yeah.
I hope that, you know, like, if I do better, y'all gonna do better. That's how this works.
Yeah.
You're the people. Yeah. I'm the captain of this ship, but you know, you guys got to rig the sails. And man the cannons.
Hope they don't do a mutiny, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
you hired how many people?
We currently have 37, and we had like a few left over from last year. So
37 between both places?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah.
Now, and then you said you're trying coffee, so you got to also not just have the person that knows how to make it. You got baristas, and like you had to train everybody. Like,
and
wow!
And we've just found some. We've got you know, some rock stars that are, you know, she's like, you need to buy these espresso machines, and this is it. And watching her train, and you know, like yesterday, you know, we're handing out, products and stuff. And she's like, nope, throw that one away. We're looking for, this, when you're looking at a shot of espresso, you're looking for the cream of layer, and if it's not perfect, if it's not up to L standards, it goes in the
She's
trash.
like the Ramsey.
Well, yeah, because I'm not here to mess around.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
I'm here to do stuff correctly.
Standards.
Yeah. And have a good product that people and that it's fairly priced, that people are going to want to come back.
Do you offer coffee at the original location? Like what are things that are different between the two locations? Oh man, what is not different? They're completely different.
Yeah, the Lemon Grove, you're actually going into the grove itself now. So that's got a big stage, a big lawn. It's got a big courtyard out in the grove. We put a couple dozen big, 20-foot date palms up there. They're going to start growing in, and just everything's like, I want it to look like you're in Spain, like you're in one of these old gardens, and just the natural beauty that we have with just our crops. Is something that I want to show. So, it's just been a madhouse. It's like a beehive over there of activity. Like today, like yesterday, we stuccoed the outside. Today, we're painting it. Got our doors on. I mean, it's day by day. Boom, 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 boom. So, I just really can't wait for everybody to see. So
our GM, he came in, and when I told him, he actually asked about you today. He's like, when are we going to get them back on? And it's like today actually. So it's kind of interesting. He was like, yeah, I saw some.
He doesn't check the schedule.
I saw some good news because he liked a particular restaurant in town. You're going to be offering some of their food somehow, and tell everybody who it is and how that's going to work.
Absolutely. So, if you're anything like me, and I put this on a post, when you saw Fonda go out of business, I cried. It was like losing Jack and Rosie's, or losing, we've lost a lot of these places that we grew up loving. And La Fonda was one that hurt. I just, when I think about eating there, I think about my grandparents. And I think about, like old birthday parties and I'm thinking of the table sitting there, and like 90% of those people are dead, but I can hear my grandma's voice when I think about eating there. And, food to me is just, like we've talked about my thing with food. So I will go hungry if I don't have good food to eat, or quality food. So I would rather just not eat it. And I feel like La Fonda was a big part of Yuma's identity. So to see it go, really hurt. And so I reached out to the owner, and she has a very understandable thing going on. She's got a mother with dementia. So she chose to spend the remaining years of her mother's life with her. Good. And, that's great. That's awesome. And so I was like, well, you guys did a lot of to-go stuff. You had that stuff by the register that you could grab and go, all those rolled tacos and stuff like that. Like, are you interested in maybe doing that again? And she's like, yeah, so... And she texted after I posted that post last week, announcing it. Her name's Francesca Ramos. She's a great girl. She messaged us saying, like, I'm crying reading this. Like, you forget how much this stuff means to people that are from here. And so she's so excited. So she texted me this morning. I got 40 dozen rolled tacos
40
ready.
dozen?
Yeah.
Wow.
I got a truckload of salsa ready. And she's like, she's like, I had to bribe the old lady that did the salsa to get the recipe out of her brain. So, so, we're going to, we sell Bernardo's in the foothills. We sell their strombolis, and it's great because both my locations are out in food deserts. There's nothing out that way. There's not really much out by the Lemon Grove other than Jack in the Box or whatever. So, a lot of people, I think, are, they get off work, they're going home. And if both people in the household work, like, who made dinner? I don't know. And if you could stop and grab, we're not only doing their tacos from La Fonda, like she'll do like foil trays of like enchiladas, dinners that you can take home and throw in your oven and just like not worry about cooking. And, it's good. Or like the thing that made me think of selling Bernardo's stuff is for years when we go out camping, we've always stopped in and bought the raw strombolis, because it's when you're out in a trailer in the middle of the desert, like turn on the oven, throw them in, hang out for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and then your food's done. You don't have to get a grill out and do all this stuff and table and clean and do all this stuff. Like you take it out, cut it up, and it's awesome. So, so just anything like that, anything that's great, anything that's local, I'm happy to have it. So we're talking La Fonda all the way down to a girl that makes little string bracelets like this, that are cool.
Oh, nice.
I want to, everything local. If you're serious about it, you got a home.
Yeah, absolutely. So let everybody know how the La Fonda stuff's available. You said you could get the rolled tacos and.
Yes, I'm going to say, just to be safe, next week, I know she's got some ready, but
you go in there and you buy, you don't eat it there, you take it home and then make it.
We will have our own like restaurants going. So yeah, there has been some confusion.
Yeah, so that's what I want.
Grove 95 does have a restaurant kitchen in it.
Oh, cool.
And we will be doing like our own deli and breakfast and stuff like that out of our kitchen. So the La Fonda stuff is very much like frozen or refrigerated, ready to take home.
That's awesome.
Gotcha.
And then, like their tortilla soup is the best tortilla soup I've ever had. So we will be like, she'll bring me a 3-5 gallon thing and I got a big soup cauldron. So we will
you will offer that from time to time. Oh,
so you get that fresh.
Awesome.
So, we're just kind of picking apart my favorite things of Yuma. And this is my love story to this place.
So is it Lemon Grove open right now?
The Lemon Grove, I'm trying to open on Saturday.
Okay. You're trying to have that open by Saturday. Right now, soft open for Grove 95. People can go by and check it out right now.
Yeah, we're selling the Dole Whip is pineapple. We got our beet chips. We just don't really have our food up except today. What am I talking about? Today.
You don't know what day it is.
Yeah, it is Wednesday and I am here. So that means that our taco stand is opening today. So
cool.
I can imagine like your brain is like, wait, what location am I at right now?
So Taco Grove is opening today.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
exciting.
Well, thank you guys for being with us. I really appreciate it.
Thanks
Mike,
for
anything
being
to
his
say?
emotional support. You got anything? They're hugging you
they're
guys.
hugging.
Oh,
That's
they
great.
love each other.
This is beautiful. All right.
Emotional support animals here.
Thank you guys so much. Good luck with all your ventures. And Mike, I really appreciate all the insight.
God, I learned so much from you.
We learned so much. So insightful. With that, we are going to be back with Heather from Positive Expressionz Microschool. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
The Arizona Western College String Ensemble will present a student chamber music concert at St. Paul's Episcopal Church on 16th Street at 5 p.m. on October 30th. The group will feature works that celebrate the versatility of strings, traversing the familiar and the unexpected. More information is available under events at azwestern.edu.
Be sure to tune in next time to Beale Street Caravan. We'll have the band Those Pretty Wrongs, featuring Jody Stevens of Big Star. Also joining us will be Grammy-nominated bluesman Guy Davis as he continues his series on the Blues Hall of Fame. That's all coming up next time on Beale Street Caravan.
Thursday evening at 7 on KOFA Border Radio 94.7 FM.
For KAWC News in Yuma, I'm Victor Calderon. A vice mayor in South Yuma County is in custody at the Yuma County Detention Center. Tadeo de la Hoya, who is the vice mayor in San Luis, Arizona, was booked this past Monday at 2:21 p.m. De la Hoya has a pending court action against him. De la Hoya is charged with unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle. This incident occurred at 2:45 a.m. on September 28th. The next San Luis City Council meeting is scheduled for this Wednesday evening. De la Hoya is also governing board member in the Gadsden Elementary School District since 2009. De la Hoya serves on various boards, including the Arizona School Boards Association, the Border Trade Alliance, and Campesinos Sin Fronteras. For KAWC News in Yuma, I'm Victor Calderon.
The Arizona Western College Parker Learning Center will host the Parker Community Expo from 1 to 4 p.m. on November 5th. The expo will provide career information, local resources, transfer options, and employment opportunities for students and the public in and around La Paz County. Details under events at azwestern.edu.
K-pop fans, we're going back in time for the Boys to Icons Part 2 show. Join me this week as we go back in time, where we'll see how our boys grow into young adults while facing the biggest challenge ever, performing and connecting with fans during a global pandemic. See you in 2018 for the Boys to Idols Part 2 K-pop for Border show on Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Kofa Radio.
I'm Chris Wheeler, owner of Prison Hill Brewing Company. I support KAWC because I think KAWC brings a service to the community that you don't get on commercial radio. You have news, you have entertainment, you have things like Science Friday. It's a perspective that is not available on a commercial platform, and it's oriented towards the community, for the community, and from within the community. Prison Hill underwrites KAWC and community radio because of what it brings to Yuma. It is the local perspective told by residents and from the view of people in the community. I don't think you get that anywhere else. Supporting KAWC really does bring a service that is not available elsewhere. It's a worthy endeavor, and I think that will just feed back and make Yuma a better place. I'm Chris Wheeler, and I support KAWC.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. We are here now joined by Heather and her son, Michael, from Positive Expressionz Microschool.
He's not silent.
No, he's
like
not.
the
This guy talks. This guy talks, and
He's
not
made
only.
for
Hold on, wait a
radio.
minute. Hold on, wait a minute.
Sorry.
Wait, before we. No. Just. Not only does he talk, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for this voice. Just say some.
We discovered
Just
this
say
talent.
the ABCs.
A, B, C.
Oh my God.
So soothing.
G. Hey, what's up, Yuma? My name's Michael Acosta. This is my mom, Heather Acosta.
It's almost not real. It's almost unreal. Like, I wish.
Are you faking?
I wish
this
I
is
had
your
a
real
voice like that.
Yeah, me
Like,
too.
I'm in radio, and I'm like, I wish I could do
It's
that.
very deep.
Maybe.
My Little Mermaid, steal my voice like Ursula.
Yeah, I wish I had that power to do that.
It's just he was a witch.
Yeah. So thank you guys for being with us. Heather, I've known you for quite some time, long time actually.
Mhm.
And my son went to a previous micro school that you had, both of my boys, Malachi and Micah. How long have you been in education?
Oh, that's gonna scare. Let everybody know my age.
Yeah,
It's all good.
you're like a year. I've been there, maybe a year.
She's like, I was just born.
Yeah. No, actually 22 years.
22 years,
in
yeah.
education. I started from the bottom and now I'm here.
Yeah. So what's the bottom? Like your
what's the
janitor at
bottom?
school? You're
Yeah.
like,
Well, I think I'm the janitor, nurse.
yeah, you're everything.
now.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
But how'd you start?
I started as a long-term substitute, actually. I was actually going to nursing,
Mhm.
didn't like blood. And so I ended up doing some subbing, fell in love with it. They threw me in the classroom. And just from there, went on up all the way to admin was
So-
my last job.
So you said that you started off nursing. So you thought when you were younger, you wanted to get into that. And then you saw blood or something.
And
Like what
fainted.
happened? Like,
Did you
faint?
really?
I did.
Oh, you're like, nursing's not for me.
Yeah, nursing's not for me.
It's not for me either, so I can say that too.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I inherited that phobia whenever I get
Really?
my blood drawn.
But you don't see any blood at school?
No.
Occasionally no one gets hurt?
Occasionally that does happen, but if you're seeing it every day, like,
yeah, there's
it
issues.
hurts.
Like, don't go to that school.
You are consistently
Yeah.
feigning. Yeah.
Exactly.
So then you realized that kind of early on then, and then you said, I want to be a substitute. Like what was that transition like?
Just needed a job.
Just needed a
And,
job.
You know,
Okay.
Yuma struggles finding those teachers. So just kind of jumped into it in the wolves, basically. Went into subbing, got my degree, went into kindergarten, realized that special education is strong in kindergarten because they're coming in not being diagnosed yet. Said, you know what? I'm gonna go get my master's in special education. Jumped into my master's.
So that's a big thing to going from like I don't
a sub.
Yeah,
to like I need my master's.
And then what was it about seeing the kids that probably should be diagnosed with special education? What was it about that said I need to go to school?
Because our special education teachers are overworked, and I was asking for help, and I couldn't get the help, and so I jumped into special education. At Desert Mesa with Miss Ula Baumgartner, love her.
So that's like my like aunt-in-law. Like my last name is Baumgartner. Oh yeah, everyone loves Eula.
I love her.
No one asks me about anybody else when they hear me. They're like, "Do you know Eula?" Everyone loves her.
Love
city.
her.
Very small city. Yeah.
She let me run a behavioral. It wasn't quite behavioral, but it ended up turning into that because the diagnosis was more behavior, and I fell in love with behaviors. Met an RBT, registered behavioral technician. Started working on my BCBA, board certified behavioral analyst certificate. So that's where I'm at now, and then that's when I jumped into a behavioral specialist program at Crane. I started it with the director there. And then I said, oh my gosh, I need leadership because it was kind of a leadership position.
Yeah.
And then I moved on over to Yuma Union and grew my leadership there. And then
what does that mean by growing your leadership? Explain.
Leadership would be like running a school.
Like principal.
Basically. I necessarily wasn't a principal there, but I was a director over the long-term suspension program.
Oh, wow.
Ran that with Mr. Surgein. And then I started, I've been always doing ESA work, but I noticed that there was a much more need for support with the autism children. Unfortunately, the districts, and I know where the districts are coming from because I've been in the admin of not allowing those services in the school. But as a micro school, I can allow that service. And so that's when I kind of jumped ship, saw that God, the higher being, whatever you believe in, was kind of pushing me that way. And I jumped into it head first.
Okay.
Quit my 6-figure
my goodness. That must have been terrifying.
It was.
Which one was this one? What job was this?
What was that?
My admin job.
Like your director?
Job. Yeah.
Like the one you were directing?
And how old was, how long ago was this? Not how old, but you don't want to do that.
No more age.
No more age stuff. You're aging me as we speak. So this was in August?
Yes.
I jumped ship. And
this year?
This year.
Wow.
Very recent.
Yeah.
2 months.
Yeah. And we started the school doing great, and then that flood hit.
Yeah, so let's go back a little bit because you did the micro school for you totally skipped over Malachi and Micah.
Sorry.
No, it's not that, because I'm saying so micro school. A lot of people don't know what a micro school is, right?
Yes.
So we got to give some education on what that is. So in that time, you did a micro school, partnered with Prenda, that's out of Phoenix, correct? The Phoenix area. Tell everybody how that came about.
So during COVID, the schools were all shut down, but of course there's still parents that have to work. And so I was still working currently, but I was introduced to Prenda through a friend, Megan, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it, but I don't want to quite quit my job. But you know what? Junior high kids, like 6th through 8th, they're night people. So I did a night school, and I was the only Prenda. A lot of people were like, yeah, we know who you were, because I was the only night school. And then that's where Malachi and Micah came, and several others.
And you were doing that out of your house at the time.
Yes, a micro school is technically ran out of your house.
Okay.
It's supposed to be 10 or less kids. Could be up to 12, but depending on the kids. So I've always had 10 kids in there. We did, it's more driven through student driven over teacher led. So students kind of drive what they want to do. Of course, you do the core content, but they do it how they want. And then, of course, we did projects. We did, it was called oh gosh, I have it in my mind and I lost it, but it's like more where they take the projects and they do it. It's project-based learning. There it is. So they decided what they want to do. Like, I think that year we made costumes out of, we made costumes out of,
what?
Oh gosh, was it like recyclables?
Yeah, it was. I think it was. Yeah,
they did amazing.
It was really cool.
Yeah,
Sweet.
and the pictures are popping up.
Yeah, yeah, the pictures, they probably come up on my memories.
Yeah. So lots of fun there. And so then I left Prenda for to go to the admin.
That's when you went. Okay. So,
Yeah.
but Prenda, that's what got you the micro school. Like, okay, this is possible.
Yeah.
Probably that idea of like, you didn't even know what you're going to do with it yet. Like you said, you went to admin, but like you were familiar with the smaller class and how to deal with it, and which is probably easier to deal with a smaller class, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Well, it depends. It depends
on the students. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to ask you something though. We can go back even farther. You said Yuma struggles to find good teachers. Why is that?
That's a great question. One, it would probably be education. It costs a lot of money. Two, we're not a huge city, and a lot of the teachers that come from out of state get culture shock.
Oh,
I've seen that. We'll just walk away.
Like going big city to small city. And
yeah, it's a
big
culture
difference.
shock. It's a big difference.
Wow.
Another one would be
If I had to guess, again, I'm not nearly as experienced as Miss Acosta here.
But you could
with
just
her.
talk and say anything and we're good.
We'll believe anything. You were like, really?
I got that ethos just with the voice. So what I gather is I believe Arizona is still ranked almost dead last in education,
Wow.
which is super unfortunate. I know some pretty smart Arizonans myself, but just on average, and I believe that pertains to school funding. So because of that, it's just a trickle down effect. You have less school funding from the very top, and that trickles down to basically less funding, less funding for training, less funding for resources. Just as Ms. Acosta explained earlier, that in her experience, she would constantly cry out for help and would receive little to no answer from the top. And so that kind of opened her eyes to the need for the special education, as well as that, hey, it may be better if I just ran it myself instead of relying on these government agencies. That's kind of the benefit of a micro school, is that it's much more smaller, much more focused. As she said, it's much more student focused. So
that was a great answer. Both of you answered my question.
Thank you.
That was really good. And do you usually call her Miss Acosta? That's your mom.
Well, especially
He's
around
in
the
a professional
kids.
setting.
I love it.
Right?
No, it's
Like,
just knowing the relation. You know? I would just be like, "What's up, mom?"
Exactly. It's so hard not to do that. But
and the kids these days, they call their mom bruh. Like, bruh.
Oh my gosh. My 4-year-old. I'm like, are you serious?
Oh, our
bruh.
1-year-old, my granddaughter goes around saying bruh.
Oh,
bruh.
that is.
my goodness.
I'll take your accreditation for that. I let
It's your fault. Your fault.
I let
It's her older brother's fault. My daughter. It's her older brother's fault. Yep.
We're going to take a quick break and we'll get into your school and what you offer. We'll do that after a quick break. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
What's Up Yuma is sponsored by Yuma and Imperial Valley Wealth Management, offering listeners a one-on-one, no-obligation consultation to review their current financial affairs and provide strategies for meeting future goals. More at yivwm.com. Investment advisory services offered through CWM, LLC, and SEC Registered Investment Advisor.
It's a sunny day in Flagstaff today with a high expected of 74 degrees. Winds out of the southwest at 9 to 16 miles per hour. Could gust up to 25. Tonight, cloudy with a low of 48 in Prescott. It's sunny and breezy with a high of 82 and a low around 57. In Kingman, it's sunny and breezy as well with a high of 87 degrees. Tonight, cloudy with a low of 66. Yuma is going up to 97 degrees today with an increasingly cloudy evening and a low of 78.
Hi, everyone. I'm Darren Dorton.
And I'm Pat Mitchell.
Join us each week for the best in blues right here on Beale Street Caravan.
We'll take you to major blues festivals and intimate club settings for some great live performances from your favorite blues artists.
That's right, Pat. That plus informative feature host segments from blues industry insiders, providing insights into the history and process of the blues.
From the Delta roots of Robert Johnson to the contemporary sounds of Keb Mo, join us each week for the best in blues, right here on Beale Street Caravan.
Thursday evening at 7 on Border Radio.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. We're here with Heather and Michael talking about Positive Expressionz Microschool. We dove into a little bit of the history. Now let's get into the school. So you said about 2 months ago is when you quit?
Yes, I quit Yuma Union High School and I jumped into the micro school portion of my business.
So how did you start that, like the micro school? And obviously you had the idea about it going into it. You don't just quit and say, oh, So what was that like? Finding out, the planning.
Well, I saw, like I said, I have the business of doing tutoring and behavioral therapy to the side. And I saw the need, and parents were like, please, please, please open a school. So several parents had asked me, and I said, all right, let's do this. And so I prayed, like my son always says, whoever you believe in, I prayed, and things started lining up. I said, okay, I need a building. Building fell into place.
Wow.
Okay, I need the funding. The funding went into place. Okay, I need students. Students started falling into place.
Yeah.
So everything started falling into place. And so I said, all right, I'm jumping ship. And I jumped a big ship. And unfortunately, I think I landed on Noah's Ark and the flood came.
Yeah, so
The
that
big flood.
yeah, you were going to be a guest on our show previous, and then you're like, I can't make it. You're dealing with the flood, right? And when I was as well, and you were able to, you did a GoFundMe. Did people help out? Were able, or is it just you just kind of figure it out?
So what we did is, I went into a nice meditation for myself to kind of stress with I think her name is Kimberly. Shout out to her and the women that were there that night. And they said, you know what, you need to go. The Yuma needs this for our special needs students. You need to push through. So I was like, I'm about to quit. I'm about to jump ship. And I know they need special education teachers everywhere. And they're like, no, they need you. And so they kind of pushed me to do a GoFundMe for the business. I said, all right, let's do this. And I think the next day, 88.1, which I think I just saw the young man walk by that had wrote a beautiful article for our school and said, you need to do an Amazon list, So the GoFundMe not necessarily was the best. I decided to pull every last penny, went into the negative to bump because my students needed it. Autism babies can't wait and they need that structure. They need to see us. And so again, another jump of faith, took every last penny out, went into the negative and started the school. And we're still struggling. My workers are working for free right now for 1 week, 2 weeks now.
Yep, that includes me.
Her son, she's like free labor over here. But can I say new businesses usually don't make money right away. You're usually going to be in a loss for a few years. And I do want to say that I'm super proud of you for not quitting. Like pain is temporary, quitting's forever. This would have been a huge loss for the community. So you're going to have pain, you're going to have struggles. Nothing will be easy. Nothing valuable is easy anyways. So that's amazing that you stuck with it.
What a testament of faith. Let me just say, I was there at home around the dinner table as, the conversation of what are we going to do? What should I do? And my answer was, you got to have faith. Whatever helps you with that faith, whether it's belief in God, Buddha, Zeus, the spaghetti monster, whoever's up there for you. So long as you believe that everything will work out in the best for you, that this is what you are meant for, this is meant for you. And so long as you don't give up until the very bitter end, then hopefully everything will work out for you.
You've exhausted all options.
Options, and even then it's completely up to you to say, I quit.
So what do you do for the school?
So I am a paraprofessional. I used to work as a paraprofessional. I am a certified substitute teacher.
Nice.
So I kind of fulfill the role as like a second teacher almost, or like an aide basically.
Okay.
So I help the kids through their lessons. I entertain the children as they play. They are Mr. Michael, can we play hide and seek? Mr. Michael, can I take these toys out into the backyard and, throw them up in the air and stuff? No, that may not be such a great idea.
You might hit someone.
Yeah,
No,
we don't
let's
want to
not
knock out, the power or anything again, right? So that's kind of what I do. Just kind of help out.
Sure.
Like she said, if I need to be the janitor, then I'm the janitor.
Yes.
If I need to be, an educator, then I put on that cap and I'm an educator,
Wow.
whatever Miss Acosta, my mother, needs.
So you're here to help your mom.
Yes, because I see the impact that it makes on these children, and it's truly remarkable. We've heard from parents say, when this flood happened, our child did like a 180.
Wow.
And behaviors became more prevalent, became more intense, and you guys just help out a lot. So please let us know when you reopen again. That way we can bring our child and we can get him back to that good state.
So let's now go into what do you offer at the school? What's different about the school and the age range?
So we currently accept early childhood, so it'd be ages 3 to 8. Hopefully we're going to grow from there. We're looking at a few 8 more grades in the future. But we offer, we do collaborate with all services. So we do have a therapy room where RBT is used. So that would be the ABA therapy. Our BCBAs are allowed to come in. We do speech, OT come in. So occupational therapy, speech therapy, any therapy that they need. We love to collaborate. So it becomes a village, right? We're a village to help raise our children. And that's what I envision is bringing everybody together and still meeting the students. I'm huge about going into the students' world and teaching them there, not bringing them into our world.
Right.
We meet them where they're at academically, and we help them grow from there. And if that is by watching a video for a little bit and doing worksheets for that day, or vice versa, or only doing worksheets, or, I don't feel like doing this today.
Right.
Very flexible because we are all different. We're not cookie cutter.
Right.
And that's okay. How we feel today drives what we do for today.
Right.
That's right.
Sometimes with a little bit of push, but with the rapport that you build with that student, you know how much you can push and how much you can't.
Okay.
And so that with a classroom of that size, you can build that strong relationship.
Sure.
Especially compared to, if I may just real quickly, compared to a traditional, school setting where it's the teacher gives out the general lesson and then it's up to your child to come to the teacher and ask for help. We try and build that rapport, and it's much more one-on-one focus instead of that traditional general focus.
And so, I'm sorry, did you say you were open or you're
We are.
you're open.
We are open. Like I said, I took my last negative penny.
That's right.
And opened because I knew that our students needed it.
Right.
Sure.
And so luckily we met somebody that opened up a home and said, yeah, please use it. And so we were able to use that home and we're building bigger and better. We have a big backyard, so we have lots to fill. And so we're just excited to continue and hopefully offer more and more service.
So is this general special needs, or is it just autism?
It's general, and I also open it to our general educational population,
right?
Because we need those role models. So back in the day, my daughter actually went to a school like that where it was a one-on-one, where there was SPED, and then it was general population, and they grow from each other.
Exactly.
So my daughter grew how to accept and build relationships with special needs, and not like the bullying that's been happening.
Right.
So everybody's different, and it's okay.
Yeah.
And so my daughter learned that from that school, and that's what I want to build again. It's like, wow, what, like having that together. And in the future, I'm hoping we have grants that we can get to help those students that might not necessarily have the funding. And then that way our general education population can come and be with them without having to worry, like, I don't have enough funds. So having those scholarships open for them. So my dreams are big, and I'm hoping to get there.
Yeah, baby steps. You'll get there. Just keep going.
We're running out of time. So let everybody know if they are interested, where they could find you and how to find out more.
So we definitely have a Facebook page, Positive Expressionz with a Z. We also have a website, www.positiveexpressionz.com. Or Heather Acosta. You can look up on Facebook.
Yeah.
I answer all the time.
Awesome.
I hope to meet more and more families.
I don't really use Facebook. I'm more of like an Instagram kind of guy.
Yeah.
And stuff. So, but you find her, you find me.
There you go.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you guys so much.
And you'll
Thank you
probably
for
be
having
taking my job here soon.
Both of us.
You're too cool, man.
All
I
right,
couldn't.
thank you. And with that, What's Up Yuma Radio is a production of KAWC, Colorado River Public Media. We broadcast from the studios in the Matador Activity Center at Arizona Western College in Yuma. We want to thank our engineer, Talon Gonzalez, along with Anthony Arnales, Cecilia, and Dave Reek.
And you can find out more about KAWC at KAWC.org, on Facebook at KAWC Radio, and on the KAWC app. And stay tuned following our program for KOFA Midday Music.
And on tomorrow's program, we're going to have Angela and Brian. Did we figure out what they're doing?
They are celebrating AWC 7th National Transfer Student Week.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
And then as well as Mark from Yuma Nightmares,
Ooh,
a
gonna be
haunted
scary.
house. I love it.
All right, and you can listen to the podcast at kawc.org/podcast/What's Up Yuma Radio, and email us at whatsupyumaradio@gmail.com.
All right. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
What's Up Yuma with Johnny Porter is sponsored by Yuma and Imperial Valley Wealth Management, offering solutions for those who value financial planning. YIVWM.com.
Broadcasting from Yuma campus of Arizona Western College for more than 55 years, this is Border Radio, 94.7 FM, KOFA Yuma. We also broadcast at 1320 AM in Yuma, at kawc.org, and on the KOFA app.
Ever wanted to be on the radio? Still talking into your hairbrush in the mirror? Border Radio needs you as a volunteer host. Share music, stories, and local conversations that matter. No experience necessary. We'll provide the training. Email info@borderradioaz.org or call 877-838-5292 for more information.
BBC News.